Hey, how's it going, everyone? Hello, hello. Happy Thursday, Friday, wherever you are. Whoa. How are we all doing? Ugh. My God, what a long week, man. Might just like crack right onto it, right? Right into it. My God. Oh, I'm so scattered all over the place today. Okay, let me get some music going. Yeah. Alrighty, so might just get right into it. It's much how long I'm gonna stream today. Might be a little bit shorter than usual. I mean, we'll see. Been a very long week for me. I'm a little bit tired, but for a stream a little bit today, because I might not be able to stream tomorrow. Probably not, actually. Got a big day tomorrow. So I might not stream tomorrow, but I'll try to see if I can stream the day after. But yeah, so just quick update on where we're at with the model. I did a little bit off stream, but like not too much. I kind of did some bits to where it's like I had to like really lock in. Chef, my UVs are burning. What's the UV add-on name, please? Yep, so the UV add-on that I use is called Mio Free and UV Squares. So Mio Free is the main UV add-on that I use for all the tool sets and stuff like that, and UV Squares is the add-on I use to turn things into a grid and stuff like that. That's my main go-to. You have the UV Square functionality is the exact same in Mio Free, like, well, not exact same. You can do the similar thing using Gridify and Rectify, but I just find I prefer the way UV Squares like does it. I have more consistency with that. Hey, how's it going, King Rat? But yeah, those are the two UV add-ons I use, just those two. Those are my two main ones. Voice crack, where is the squares? I can't find it. I'll post a link in chat. Give me a second. So this is the add-on. I'll post it in both chats. That is the UV Squares add-on. Oh my God, my voice is so bad today that I basically use. I've had a long week of talking. Yeah, no worries. But yeah, so where was I? So the updates I did off stream, I did a little bit, but very, very, pretty minor updates. The stuff I did was like things I had to do off stream because I just couldn't, I needed to focus on them. So the first thing now is like she's got shoes now. I kind of just did this quickly, but it's like pretty simple model. I might mess around with it a bit more, but I think it's gonna sort of come a lot more to life once I start texture painting it. So I made the shoes, right? And then I also redesigned her entire back, because if I think about it from the perspective of me potentially using this as a game model, the back can't be like empty or plain, so I decided to model in a few extra bits just so there was a little bit more visual interest in it. So that's a lot of fun, and I also made these extra bits here just to add a little bit more, I suppose, depth to the character. But I'm really happy we've had this back turn out. It was like really hard to figure out the topology for it. But I feel like I kind of like low-key snapped on this one, and like joining them all together to where like the idea is to have this like be some sort of scroll with a more intricate design on the back here. I think it turned out pretty nice. Kind of like how it looks with like the breakup and stuff like that. But I think there was that, and I just projected some textures onto the face and then the legs, but I haven't really done much. It's just this back, the shoe that I modeled in, And then I added a couple of extra triangles here just to have some more detail on the back. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. It's like the color palette's pretty similar. I've been referencing like a lot of ZZZ for this character in particular because I really like the older characters in that game a lot, for sure. But yeah, so that's kind of what I did off stream. Like I just did a little bit like yesterday and the day before. But I'm pretty happy with it so far. I think the shoes I need to probably work on. But the back was like frying my ass. Like I was just, oh my God, not even just designing it, but like modeling it, I was getting cooked. Chef, I finally figured out corrective shape keys yesterday. Broken the curse. Nice, nice. Ooh, yeah. I've seen a lot of I don't play the game anymore. I used to play it like on launch. Haven't played it in a while, but I'm still like tapped in with all the new characters and stuff. Because like low-key, it's like some of the best model references I find. Is one of my favorites to just like look at and study. Just because I really like the way they just do the topology and stuff like that in their models. It's really like nice and clean. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much it, really. So yeah, that's kind of what I got up to. Part of it like early in the morning before work and a little bit yesterday after work. So I think I'm pretty happy with it. Shep, are we adding to the menu game dev stream soon? Probably not. I don't really know what I'm doing in that to where I'm kind of just like, when I'm opening up Godot, I'm kind of just like tinkering around, just coding random stuff and like watching tutorials. I'm still like wrapping my head around the systems in Godot because I have a lot of experience in like Unity and Unreal. I'm just trying to get like accustomed to it, really. And I think like if I already can't like, I already have issues talking while I'm doing 3D modeling, you're not going to hear me talk a single word when I'm coding because I go nonverbal, like way more so than when I'm doing art. It is, you'll just hear me click and clack like typing on my keyboard. Maybe in the future when I get like more accustomed to it, but we'll see. It took me a while to be like, okay, I think I'm good at, like, I'm comfortable enough in 3D modeling to like stream at the same time. Good about it, one can drop the blend file and have the models, but the size will be up. The good about it, it can be, sorry, I'm not sure what you mean by that. But yeah, we're moving on to the hair now. Like I'll probably tweak the shoes later, and I might try find ways to add more asymmetry to like the legs and stuff like that. But that's a later time to think about. I kind of want to like at least get the front hair here done today. Shep, how do you connect the hair to the skull? I always have a polygon mess in the scalp. Oh, yeah, that's what you mean. Yeah, I've looked at a lot of that sort of stuff with dropping blend files and Godot directly. I haven't messed around with that too much because right now I'm kind of just like coding and building systems, trying to get used to it. So I haven't messed around too much on the art side of things in Godot. Okay, so I never really connect the hair to the skull. I just kind of leave it floating on top to where I can show you an example of an older model. Give me a second here. So if I just solo this, so this is like the hair model I have on the most recent public model that I have posted about. As you can see, if you look underneath, nothing's like connected and it's kind of a bit of a mess because you're never going to really see under the scalp, I suppose, like under the hair. So I never really connected directly to the skull. I kind of just like shift it into place to where you can't really tell it's clipping and stuff like that. But the topology underneath, like I don't really care too much as long as the outside looks nice. Hey, how's it going, Norman? How's your day going? Yeah, if they don't see it, it doesn't matter. I'm pretty like, I'm trying to think if I have any stuff like that I've done on the model. Like for example, the hands here, like it's not been connected to the sleeves. they're just floating. Because sometimes you can just get away with that. Same with the legs here. The legs are not connected at all to the sweater. Like sometimes I'll try to connect stuff, but for things like these, I just don't really feel like the need to. I believe it's the same with the neck here as well. So I kept in the hair and use color to hide it. If they can't tell, I don't stress. Yeah, like if you're never ever gonna really see it, it should be fine. Yeah, I saw that Twitch AI drama. That shit was cooked. So for those who don't know, Amazon, like I'm pretty sure it's like mostly an Amazon like force directive on Twitch. They allowed you to have, like, there is a setting inside of the Twitch. Wait, this song is like throwing me off when I'm talking. There's a more like background. So in Twitch, right, there is a setting that you can opt out of. By default, it is opted in to where it allows Twitch to train AI stuff. Like you use your like VODs and like live streams for like data. It's like so lame. It's enabled by default as opt-in. I've seen some people who have mentioned that they, thank you for the follow, Grabby, welcome on in. I've seen some people who have mentioned they opted out and then it resetted back to opt-in for some reason. I haven't like checked on myself of whether or not my thing got forcibly put back in, but I think it was like kind of bound to happen with this AI bullshit. I feel like streaming has so much data that they can scrape that a lot of people probably like. But I saw the live stream that they had where they spoke about it briefly, and like they didn't answer whether or not it like if it's like already trained on people's VODs. They didn't know the answer for that, and that was like, that's interesting to me. You don't know the answer to that, to where the answer is probably like, yes, it does. I think it was set back for a few people because so many people are opting out. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, like, if they're gonna just, it's so shit, it's so shit. Nobody woke up and saw my favorite 3D artist streaming. Hello, hello. But yeah, it's really shit. I suggest you guys on Twitch, even if you don't stream, to go in your settings and turn it off. Because I think like it's, I can't remember exactly what it says in there, but I imagine it'll probably train off like your chat logs and stuff like that potentially. I'm not too sure. There's going to be a Chrome extension that will turn off the Twitch AI thing every time they log into the site. Oh yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if it gets added to like BTV or like all those like other, I forgot like the thing that I use, but like there's a Twitch add-on that like makes it just like a better to use overall. I can't remember if it's like 7TV or like whatever, but I wouldn't be surprised if someone cooks something up. But it's really shit. I think it's gonna happen eventually. So it's a shame really. I just think it's more crazy that they did that like talk, like that interview, like stream or whatever it's called. And it was just like, holy man, like, ugh. And I think they got asked as well whether or not they were used, like they were opt-in, and they said, no, this stream will always be opt-out. Where it's like, okay, that's interesting. It kind of strikes us to me, this is like an Amazon forced incentive. Because all the businesses are using it right now. It is crazy. I also managed to make my Windows 11 use only 2 GB of RAM, and it took me like 3 days of messing around with everything. Holy! Dude, Windows 11 is so cooked. Like I was having issues at a work PC. There was like an issue with the motherboard drivers or something, and it was in particular because of Windows 11. Like we couldn't get like Ethernet working on it. It was like so weird, where I think we had to forcibly enable the driver or something for like Ethernet. I don't know. Okay, so I'm gonna not noodle that bit. I am gonna quickly slap in this side bit here first. I need an easy win. But yeah, don't be surprised if like this stream, there's a lot of segments where I just don't talk for a bit. Because I'm probably like locking in with this hair. And I'm low-key eepy. It's been a long one. But I wanted to stream today because I was like, if I don't stream, I'm just going to work on this model like off stream, and that's not good. It's okay. Oral farm, will you one, chef? Yeah, I definitely will. Also, chef, I experiment with changing the heads. The heads. Why cut open a... Oh, did you experiment like making a mouth with the like base mesh and stuff like that? Actually, this playlist is all over the place. Let me switch up. Hair is the final boss of 3D modeling. Yeah, it's one of the more complex ones, but it gets kind of fun. What do I want to listen to? Maybe just listen to some Final Fantasy. Probably do that every stream though, but I gotta. It's the best. Okay, that's too much. Let's do relaxing. Okay, that'll do. We deadass need a new OS that would make Microsoft balls shrink. I think it's just the solution is just like for a lot of people, Linux. But I can't switch over to Linux because it's just like there's not enough support for the software I use, unfortunately. I actually made from scratch, 9% accuracy. Yeah, nice. Yo, finally got the guy still hand topology from. Hey, how's it going, Fire? Welcome on in. Sorry, I was checking my phone. Okay. But yeah, hair's like I don't know. I kind of there are times where I'm like, this is like awful, but I feel like once like things start like clicking with it, it's like low-key really fun. Unsure of how much that's like me coping though, to be honest. It used to be, I think, the most hated thing I would like have to do with 3D modeling, but over time I kind of just low-key convinced myself that I enjoy it. Damn, that looks pretty. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I don't like modeling hands. I'm the same. That's why I made that base mesh. Like, I don't like modeling hands. It's like really annoying to do. And a lot of times I'm not doing anything special with the hand, so I just kind of just use a base mesh. Yeah, I feel like it doesn't even matter like what you're doing directly. Like hands are always scary. Doesn't matter if it's like 3D or 2D. It's like, it's just a very complex like thing. Okay, how do I want to do this? Yeah, it's very easy to make them look like noodles and like super uncanny. Yeah, hands are really complex that like, so in the new video I'm working on about like how to make a base mesh like slash block out your characters, the hands, so there are 3 sections. There's basically the entire body, and then there's a whole section on just the hands alone, as well as like the face. It's like very complex. I used to just do an insanely blocky hand setup for low poly before I gave up. Yeah, my old hands used to be super like blocky and kind of shitty. So that's why I spent some time to like learn how to do a nice little like base mesh. That's like the reason why I like eventually made that base mesh. So I was wanting to do like better hands. So then I just did a bunch of like studying on like other games and stuff like that and see like what they did for like their low poly stuff. They're so scary that I put a subcube to not model it. There's a new modeling add-on from Nogi that added a lot of features from sculpting and poly modeling. I have to check it out. I saw he released a new video like a few days ago. I haven't had the time to check it out yet. I'll have to check out that add-on as well. Okay, let's start combining this. So I think I'll make this asymmetrical as well. It's always funny when I'm like modeling hair, 'cause I low-key every time I feel like super rusty. It takes me a little bit to get into the flow. I gotta sleep. Knows the best part of my face. The face changed my mind. Well, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your night and have a good night's rest. Thanks for stopping by. I think the harder part for me of 3D modeling is hair. I seriously don't know how to flow the hair properly. Yeah, it's like it's really difficult because hair is. It's very much like all about shapes and stuff like that. It's super challenging in that in that sense. Like I struggled a lot early on, like very, very early on, because I was like focusing too much in detail. But like the most important thing with hair is generally just like making sure you have like your primary forms and stuff down. A lot of it is like low-key just about like designing stuff. I feel like once I kind of got into that mindset, like that sort of like headspace, I think things clicked a lot more for me. He's releasing videos like bullets. They come out so often I have time to watch all of them. Yeah. I haven't had time to really much like watch much art videos. I've kind of just been like, I don't know, since I finished work, I'm just like, okay, that was a bad day of work. I need to chill out, so I'm just gonna play some games. There's a few like things I need to like watch and do before I go to bed tonight. Like there's a book I've been reading. I gotta like continue with that. I've been reading like the Red Rising series. I haven't really had time to like continue reading it since I first like started it. So I want to, do a little bit of nighttime reading. Okay, so what was I doing here? Okay, right. So let's join these. Yeah, all my friends got into reading Red Rising to where they're like super into it. They're like much more ahead of me. But yeah, they've been super into it. Even like the few that are like some of my mates who like don't read at all, like it's like super good. Like you gotta get it. You gotta like get into it. So I've got the first 2 volumes. I'm kind of still like very early days in the first book. I'm liking it so far. I just haven't had the time to kind of read it. How studious? Yeah. I used to read a lot more back in the day, but haven't been reading as much. It's kind of nice just to read because it's like I'm not staring at my phone. So it's nice to chill out with a nice little book every now and then. I'm grading reading courses instead of gaming. Do that. I mean, that's a lot more productive than me. I've been kind of just like trying to chill out because I'm just like so tired. I haven't had really much time to like grind on stuff, but I gotta start doing stuff again. It's like when I do have a little bit of time outside of gaming, I'll like work on like the YouTube video and stuff like that. Yeah, it seems like a pretty easy read. Like they're like with like reading books and stuff, there are some times when like you pick up a book and it's like kind of difficult to get into just because of like, yeah, just like the vocab and stuff like that. There are some books I've read in the past where I was like, okay, I have to pull a dictionary out for this one. But no, I find it's been pretty easy to just get stuck in. I've enjoyed it so far. And I'm very bad at rigging, and I want to release VR chat models and stuff like that. Oh yeah, nice. VR chat rigging is like so much different compared to like what I do normally. I've only made like 1 VR chat model, and that was like a real big journey. Just because it's like the way that Unity like handles like IK and stuff like that. Like you need to do like a lot of testing, I found, like in Unity and like dipping in and out of VR chat, but it's not too hard to dip in and out and stuff like that. I found I was like literally just sitting by my desk, VR headset on. I find an issue, I update in Blender, export. Like it's not too challenging of a workflow, but it is quite different to what I'm like being used to. Okay. But it was low-key fun. Titty art is stressing my work and 3D art is my relaxing hobby. Yeah. I've been wanting to get into like more drawing and stuff as well. But I'm like, oh, I've got too much stuff I want to do. It's like really bad. I was like, oh, I want to do some more drawing and stuff like that. And at the same time, I'm like, oh, but I want to do like more Godot stuff. Like, I've got like a lot on the go. Hey, how's it going, Metapod? How's your day? But yeah, I've got like too much stuff on, like low key. And there's like the new YouTube video. I'm trying to make sure that like I slowly work across as well. Throughout the day, just writing up the script and stuff like that. My day just began. Yeah, I figured as much. I know like a lot of my audience and stuff like that. This is like very early morning for them. For me, it's 7 p.m. for me right now. So this is like I just finished work like an hour ago, and I didn't have a nap, so I'm a little bit tired. No nap today. Australia moment. Yep is. Chef, I've been thinking of changing my avatar for a while now because I kind of hate it. Do you have any tips on how you made your own personal avatar like the one you have now? Hey, it's going, Circus. Welcome on in. Any tips? So I can tell you like what not to do, because this was like an old avatar that I have. Like the one I have on screen right now, he's quite old. And there's a bunch of stuff that I wouldn't do for him. I think for the design section, I kind of just made like whatever. I didn't really think of like much for like the branding or just like about myself, to where I feel like I could have added a lot more like little actual things with I suppose like meaning. So I wish I just added a little bit more personality, because right now this little guy, he's more of just like design that looks kind of cool, but there's not much personal attachment that I have to him. So I wish I kind of did that a little bit more. I think also this guy I have as well, I wish I was much more cleaner in my project files, because they're kind of like a shamble. And there's something it's something I have to access like regularly as well. I wish I was a little bit more tidy with it. So I think like my main tip is try to be considerate in the design, and like, you know, definitely try to make it, add like a couple like personal things to it and stuff like that. So I think the only like unique thing I had for this guy was like the bunny ears on the beanie that I actually really wanted to do, like no matter what. But I don't think I really thought about too much with the character design, because this was like I think my first or second like VTuber model I ever made. So it's a little, he's a little bit old. He's a little bit old. Hopefully they can give him updates soon. Hoping to get it done like end of year maybe, but who's to tell? Like I've got so much stuff on the go at the minute. Not enough time. Wait, why is this guy missing faces? Did you do any other type of art before Blender? Yeah, so the stuff I did prior to the low poly stuff I'm doing right now, I used to just do like sculpting and stuff like that, like just regular character sculpting. Prior to that, not really. Like I would occasionally draw, but I was never really good at it. I would always get into like a phase where I was like, oh, I want to like get good at drawing. So I draw for a bit and then drop it pretty quickly. That's a pretty common recurrence with me in drawing, and it just can never really click for me. Whereas 3D clicked a lot better. So like, yeah, prior to this, nothing really much, I'd say. Is it a guy or a girl you're modeling right now? So this is the full like character design that I'm modeling out. Well, I really like your style. You seem to have it down. Thank you, thank you. Like, I didn't have this style figured out before I was in the low poly stuff. I kind of just like worked on this as I was like learning. I feel like it's something I more so started developing in the recent like few months and stuff like that. Did you find it hard to adapt an existing auto rig into a VTuber model, or did you just rig it from scratch for VTubing? So I can actually show you. So I can pull myself out from my hat. So this is me. Hi. So I am using AutoRig Pro. I use it for all my rigs. I like AutoRig Pro the most just because the export options are so good. Yeah, you can go ahead and ask a question. But yeah, so I didn't find it too difficult. There's a really nice export feature here. I did have to relink all the finger bones in Unity because it didn't auto detect it. But other than that, I don't really have many issues using AutoRig Pro for like VTuber models like VR chat and stuff like that. And like when I use AutoRig Pro, I add a lot of my own custom bones, like all of these, all like everything on the head here. It's all like custom bones I added after the fact. I kind of like using AutoRig Pro just to help me generate the base rigs, so like the spine, arm, hands and stuff like that. And then for everything extra, like the eye controls, my map control, the hair controls, I just do that custom with AutoRig, like inside of like the AutoRig Pro like rig. I should start Blender with minimal art experience, where Blender just clicked better in the 3D plane. Yeah, I was the same. But yeah, the only issue I have just using AutoRig Pro is for some reason that when you convert it to a Unity humanoid, which you'll need to do for like VTuber stuff, I found that like the fingers and thumb don't always auto like link. I have to do it manually, which is kind of annoying, but like it's like a small thing. You set it once and you're good for the rest of the model. Do you have a dream car? What do you want to have so badly? My dream one is a Mazda RX-7 or an RX-8. I actually have no idea about cars, so I don't even like have like a full license. Like I don't drive like at all. I just like public transport and just walk around everywhere. I've never been really like a huge car guy. Like I know like literally nothing about cars. So I don't have much of a car. I think like my dream car would be like some really obnoxiously like pink or like really like saturated like pastel blue, like similar to like my beanie. But I don't have like a particular like car, like dream car, stuff like that. I don't like the default face bones it has by default for low poly. I get it. Yeah, for the face stuff, I kind of just do it all myself. Even when I do more like complex face rigs, I kind of just prefer doing that myself. Because there are some features in AutoRig Pro that like I don't use at all. Because some of it's a little bit too complex to where I want something a little bit more simpler. But that's like one of the good parts. Like you don't have to use it. You can just build on top of it. I found it's got a pretty good workflow for that. And I tried using Rigify, but I wasn't the biggest fan on just how that sort of operated with like generating the rig and whatnot when I want to make back and forth updates. I just kind of just preferred AutoRig Pro in that. And like the main thing is the export feature. It like handles all the stupid like game engine scaling for you, which is like really nice. Okay, I'm noodling. Let's continue with this bit here. I also find the documentation for AutoRig Pro is pretty good as well. So yeah, I really recommend that AutoRig Pro quite a lot actually. I do wonder if it's better for me to eventually just start building my own rigs, which I think I will at some point. But I need to look into like, is there an easy way for me to template it and stuff like that? So I think sometimes it's like some of the AutoRig Pro stuff, like I don't really like need on all my models, to where it's like a little bit over-engineered, but you know, still works fine. Got it for free a few years ago for Blender 4.1 and I've been sticking to it ever since. Yeah, nice. I bought it like a couple of years ago and I'm just like, yeah, this is pretty much the one for me. Like I tried using Rigify briefly, and I just like, I don't know, I just preferred AutoRig Pro a lot more. Ah! Oh my god, cheese spam. I'm trying to think if I want this to be a little bit more connected. I think I do. Same with this bit as well. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, let's do this strand here as well. Okay. I'm just like thinking about the shape now. Yeah, that'll do for now. I gotta push this out a little bit, I think. Yep, something like that. That way I can get a nice little slice down here. Okay, let's start merging. It's 3 in the morning here. Good morning. Yeah, a bit of an early stream time, I think, for a lot of people today, more so than what they're used to. But it's just a weekday thing. So like on the weekends, well, weekends for me, it's like probably Friday for you guys when I generally stream. So it'll be like normal time. So just weekdays, I'll probably stream around this time because I don't think I'll be able to like wake up early enough to stream and be the functional. I stayed up to work on my own Blender model. Oh, I haven't even gone to bed yet. Oh my days. Let's see. And I feel that I did that like a little bit, I think last night. I went to bed really late, like probably like 2 or something. And I generally have to wake up at like 8 for work and whatnot. I randomly caught you at my 3 AM. Damn, holy bull, I'm getting all the night owls today. Okay. Yep, let's just join this. Every time I do this, I have weird. I remember back when I was studying university, I used to get like stress dreams about like my uni work and stuff like that. So I remember I would literally like see like the software like in like my dream. I would like be living it in real life. It was the most horrible shit. My god, those stress dreams were the absolute worst. I generally don't get those anymore. But I remember when I first started working at my like job, I used to get like really bad dreams to where I would occasionally I would like be having a nightmare and I would see the world in wireframe. It was like so funny. Nowadays, like I never get that. It's not often I get like nightmares. I occasionally get nightmares, but like every single time it's like the funniest like shit when I wake up. Because I feel like a lot of the nightmares I get, it's like me freaking out over something, and then I wake up and I'm just like, what was I tweaking about? It's like, I don't know. But I don't think I'm getting enough sleep to have proper nightmares, low key. I gotta work in my sleep schedule like really badly. Ooh. Okay, what do we have going on here? Okay, I think that's good. I just gotta work in this bit here. Is this a commissioned model? No, this is just a model for me. I'm kind of just making this to like study things. Like I'm gonna use this model for some of my own personal projects, as well as do a little bit of messing around with some animation and whatnot. So I haven't really done any sort of modeling for myself in a very long time. We've just been doing like fan art or projects for other people and stuff like that. So I kind of just wanted, before I get back in the swing of things, do a little bit of a study on like my own stuff for a little bit. Okay, I don't like how this feels like one gigantic single strand. I'm gonna do a bit of breakup. But yeah, kind of just using this model for a little bit of an excuse, like for me to just experiment and do some other things. But also like, I don't really have any like OCs or stuff like that that are recent. So I feel like the last time I made one was like a very long time ago, and it's like quite like outdated compared to the kind of stuff that I can do nowadays, I feel like. Yep, I'm fine with that for now. I have the one OC model that I'm cursed to just keep tweaking until I'm satisfied. I'm like the opposite. I feel like I get bored of stuff super easily, so I just drop things. Like, it's quite bad, really. I have like a really bad. I just get bored of stuff super easily. To where like I think also I was just like, I don't really know what I'm doing as well, so it's easy for me to get bored of something, like my OCs and stuff like that, because I'm just like, I don't really know what I'm doing here, so I'm just gonna drop it and do something else. Like I have a whole folder of like abandoned projects called like my graveyard. I think I have like 20 folders in it, which is like 20 projects in total in there. It's like pretty bad. 50 unfinished Blender projects. Yeah, I'm the exact same. I have so many. I have like 50 unfinished Blender projects. I think I have like 2 or 3, maybe 4 canceled YouTube videos that one I got really far into, and then all the other ones like I wrote the script and just never, just ended up like going like, nah, I'm not vibing with it. But I'm pretty bad like that. I don't know. I have like a really bad attention span. I just think. Yeah, I'll worry about this end bit a little bit later. Okay. Let's work on the hair vents. So this one shouldn't be too crazy, I don't think. Let me have a think in my head for a second. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna kind of block this bit out temporarily for now, because I do think I'm gonna be tweaking this, the vents quite a fair bit. So I'll just get something to roughly get that shape in. And I'll keep this on the side as well, just so I can always just look to my left, so I'm making sure that like nothing's getting too cooked. Oh. That's not too bad. Oh wait, what am I doing? I don't have any of my references up. Give me a second. Alrighty, let's see how I'm gonna do this. Alright, I'm tapped in now, I'm tapped in. So, I think the biggest thing with hair, I find, it's always like kind of really hard to do initially, just because it's like, you really, really have to trust the process, I find. Do you use curves on the sides of the hair? Yeah, so I will use curves for pretty much everything for the hair. But then I will convert them to geometry. So like all of this stuff at the front, this was initially curves, but then I converted it to geometry and just build the mesh from there. So I'll just use like curves just to block things out for the most part, and then I will end up converting them. Converted to geometry and gave her a haircut. Yeah, I mean that's actually like pretty much it. It's like I will give her like a wig with like the hair curves, and then I'll give them a little snip just to refine things a bit further. Because you could just do it all with curves, but I kind of like tweaking it a little bit more. So I like to have like a unified like solid mesh by the end of it. Also, this can be like a little bit of a tip here. Something you can do as well is sometimes I like to import a cube. And then smoothing it out just so I can like see the form of this like little sphere in the back. And then I'll kind of just like push my curves to rest nicely on top of that. I don't always do this, but sometimes it can help me if I'm like kind of struggling finding the form. Because the complex part about 3D hair is like the shape design and stuff like that, but also like kind of just following the overall shape as well, in the sense that how all of these hair strands are going to look combined together. It's something you also have to kind of like keep in mind. So what I'll do with this is I'm gonna put this in another collection. Call this hide me. And then what I can do here is I can open up this little side panel here, go into view, and then under collections, I click local collection, and then we toggle off hide me. And now that sphere is gonna be hidden in our side reference so we can actually see the character properly. Whoops. Yep, there we go. Nice. I'm gonna pour like a temporary mesh here as well, just to fill out the fans in our hair, the little air vents here. So I'm gonna end up manipulating the curve geometry to get that nice little air vent shape. But we'll just slap this in here for now, just so I have something nice to look at. So yeah, this is gonna look rough for a long time until we kind of start merging and adding in like secondary forms and stuff like that. Oh, looks like ads are gonna play soon. I might quickly head to the bathroom once the ads start, but I'll be back in like 2 minutes. So I might break away a little bit from the reference here, just because like, I feel like I can land a little bit of a more interesting silhouette if I break away from it a little bit. And plus with the hair, I'm never like, when it's my own reference, I'm never like gonna stay 100% true to it because I don't really know what I'm doing when I'm drawing. I'm kind of just like guessing and I'm just like, oh, I'll just figure it out. And once I start modeling it, I suppose. I'm heading to bed for the night, so it's nice catching on stream. See you another time, I hope. Hey, no worries. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your night and a good night's sleep. Okay, well, it looks like ads are playing right now, so I'll be back in the next like 2 minutes. So I'll be back real quick. Thank you for the follow, Yatsumi. Welcome on in, welcome. Alright, let's get back into it, shall we? Okay. Where were we? I'm kind of liking the fronts, like just the little strands here is what I'm looking at, because this top bits won't look really nice until I start merging them together, so I'm not too locked into that. Do want to kind of just get the real shape here with the little sphere guide that I have, but I'm not too tied to it. Okay, let's... I'm trying to think how I want to do this back bit here, because I kind of want like this front half to be poking out a little bit like this, and then I kind of want this front bit to start to come more inside. Pause. So let me fix that up. Okay, actually, maybe I'll keep it, the back leg is a little bit shorter. So the front is long and the back has a little bit more of a shorter cut, maybe. I used your hair modeling method for my model last night, and I went from being a balding dude to a hot anime pro tag. Thank you, chef. Hey, no worries. I'm glad it was helpful. So the way I used to model hair, I used to do everything by like manually making planes and stuff like that. And then I was like studying a lot of like low poly art from games and stuff like that, where I was like, I really like the way the hair looks chunky and stuff like that. How can I do something similar? And then I realized, oh, I can just like use hair curves like I used to with my normal models. Because I eventually found out I could just lower the resolution of the hair curves, and then since then I've just been doing that. This one's gonna be a hard one to figure out on stream. Okay, you know what? Let's take a little break from all of this, then let's just focus on these hair antennas, because I know exactly how I want these to be exactly. I feel like I might have to draw some stuff off stream, like, and figure out how I want the hair to be exactly. Like, I thought I kind of had an idea, but like, think about it now, like, I didn't actually properly sit down to think how I wanted to do the side. So I might need to experiment with that a little bit off stream, but we'll see how I go today. Because I don't plan to stream for too long today. It's going to be relatively short. So I've got a lot of stuff I need to prep for tomorrow's big day, but I will probably stream Sunday, so that's Saturday for most people. I like the normal hours, so not this like late. I mean early for you guys. Yeah, although it's kind of annoying to mainly right click between curves to add to subdivisions. Yeah, it's kind of, I don't know, it's like very. I think the thing with this curve method is I find that it's kind of like finicky, I suppose, in that a lot of times I'm kind of just like, it looks a bit off, but I just have to trust myself that I can fix it later. So it's hard to visualize it sometimes. Partially it's also because I'm being a bit sloppy, to be honest, but yeah, there's definitely some pros and cons to doing this sort of way, but I find it's what works best for, like, I suppose, like, my brain. Okay, so for this bit, I'm just gonna straight up do this. Yep. Yeah, I feel like short hair in the back's probably the way to go. Okay. So for this bit here, I think I am going to combine it with this mesh on this strand here. I think it'll be nice to have a little bit of like a intersection here. It's going to be a little bit more annoying to like fix the topology on it, but I think I can get something. That will look fine. Ooh, I know why this is throwing me off. It's because of this. Right, yeah. So I need to be kind of careful with this little section here. Just because the way this mesh is intersecting with this guy here can look a little bit bad. So I need to be a little bit careful with where I place my loops and just how I have it like positioned as well. So I'm gonna try keep it pretty consistent with it. So I just need to be a little bit mindful. Should be fine though. Okay, let's let it bang on this one. Let's push it out a little bit though. Screw it, and let's convert it. I think for a long time when I was like doing this kind of method, I would be almost too precious at times where I would avoid like merging stuff for a very long time. But I'm really trying to get out of the habit of like being afraid to do big changes, because it's a low-key really easy habit to get into. Okay, let's have a look here. Yeah, that's not too bad, not too bad. Yeah, I don't mind that breakup there, actually. Yeah, I think I'm fine with doing it this way. So I'm like in my head, I'm trying to imagine, and like, do I want this to be one singular strand? I'm like, oh, or am I okay with having this on top? This topology is awful, which I'm gonna fix. But yeah, I think I'm fine doing it like this, taking it like this direction. Just have to figure out how the hell I'm going to have this join. but absolutely massacring the model. So that's like the only annoying thing about this method. It's like, oh, Leah, I have to kind of like lock in when I'm trying to figure out like joining stuff. Does make it a little bit difficult, but like you kind of just have to be patient. Oh my god, snap. Let's see. Let's focus on the front for now. Oh, what's going on here? Okay. One thing I don't like, it's when you turn it, you kind of lose that shadow. So I might have to tweak that a little bit. With a triangle up over here, maybe? Shoot, this is probably the better way to do it. Yeah, that way I don't completely lose this little shadow thing here. Yep, okay, now let's work on joining it with the strands here. Okay, I'm going to lock in for a little bit while I join these for a second. I might like go non-verbal for a little bit here while I'm figuring this out. That's easier to see. Okay. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. I'm not really sure why I made all this random loops before at the air vents. Like, when I kind of could have just done this. It's much simpler doing it this way, but I mean, oh well, we got there at the end. By the end. Okay, bam. All right, nice. That's not too bad. That's not too bad now. I think while I'm at it, I'm gonna start reducing some of the loops here. So the mesh is a little bit more Like the less polygons and stuff I have, like the verts, the simpler the geometry is going to be more easily like to manipulate. So I'm going to reduce it where I can. Let's bring everything else back in and then start adjusting the vents. I remember when I had to merge the hair strands, everything looked so bad and messy, I just gave up connecting them. Yeah, it's challenging because it's you really have to kind of trust yourself that like it's gonna work. Like the entire time there I was just kind of doubting it, where I was like, I don't know if this is gonna work out how I intend it to. But I feel like we got there towards the end. It is a lot of like messing about though, that's for sure. Okay. I'm pretty happy with that, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. That's a little bit more challenging to model, but I quite like the shape of just the strands. It turned out quite nice. So I feel like I don't need the extra loops here and there, but I can kind of simplify it. Like so. Yep, that's nice. Phew-wee. Oh, we got there. I was getting kind of concerned. I was like, oh my god, am I gonna be able to do any of this on stream? Like, this is actually really hard. But no, we're doing fine. We're doing fine. Okay, nice. Oi, mate, what's the story behind this ferocious hamster? I'm not too sure. I haven't really thought up of it. I was kind of just like designing something. Like, I don't even know what I was thinking. I was like, oh, I want something like red and gold. And then at the same time, I was like, I think it was originally going to be like a wolf girl or something. And I was like, dude, like Loki, that's all I make. I want to do something a little bit different because I wanted to have some sort of like animal ears. And so eventually I was like, why don't I just make a hamster or something? That'd be kind of fun. So I haven't really thought up too much of like I guess like the reasoning behind the character and stuff like that. Maybe I do need to though. Oh, what am I doing? That just looks bad. This needs to curve out more, right? I actually really like how this piece here looks. Holy, I'm so happy. Updated hair bands, 12% more intake. Yeah, exactly. She's ready to overclock now. Gonna farm so much Bitcoin with this one. Do feel like I could make it thicker. Okay, I kind of want to push the back a bit more. Whoa, this is not sparking me with joy here. Okay, let's grab this loop. Yep, that should be fine. I'll just push it back a little bit. Okay, that's not bad. Let me check my reference. Yeah, it's quite different, eh? Yeah, okay, let's just leave that for now. All right, let's quickly tap into another strand. I'm trying to see if I can like add a little breakout by having it push to the back here. Sort of like wrapping around the head. So I want to be careful that I don't have like all the strands doing the exact same thing, exact same direction. It's how it gets really boring and samey. Something like that could be nice. I also kind of wonder like how some of these like little small strands are gonna look. So I'll quickly experiment with that as well. But as you can tell, I'm kind of just like vibing it out at the minute. Like nothing's really set in stone. The other thing I had sort of set in stone was like I wanted these like air vents in, and then this front to kind of be a little bit more, I guess, squared off, as opposed to like, you know, sharp points and stuff like that. But I'm very much like figuring it out as I go. So I don't want to look for it to look just good on the front, but from, you know, all angles. I think that's the hard part about hair. It's like easy to make it look fine on a front view, but then as soon as you put it to the side or like 3/4 view, it can like fall apart really easily. So I do want the head to be messy to an extent. But oh, my days, I am quite tired. I actually might not stream for too much longer. I am so exhausted. I don't think I'd be that tired. But it's been a long week for me. I'm gonna try and just chill out for a little bit tomorrow, and then hopefully I'm feeling more refreshed, and then I'll pop in early morning stream on Sunday. If she'd put in headphones, which pair of ears would they go to? Dude, I saw like a funny clip of, I forgot the character's name in ZZZ, but I was like, they're like a horse girl, so they were like speaking to someone on the phone, and they ended up putting the phone like right to like the top of her head where their ears were. That was funny as. I think I might do something similar, because I think right now this model has ears, but I'm gonna delete this. Because she's just got the hamster ears on top. Oh, I might make like really like, that'd be kind of funny, making gigantic like AirPods like right up top here to plug them in. Holy, that would be, that might be actually fun to do. But yeah, I'll try to stream on Saturday, Sunday for me. At the same time I was doing before, like this week. Unless something comes up, but I don't think so. So I am doing something Sunday, but it'll be late at night. That shouldn't affect the stream. Short time lurker, first time watcher. Just want to say you're an inspiration and thanks for the cool videos. Oh, thanks, Carl. That's really nice of you to say. Thank you. Really appreciate it. It's always nice to hear when people say stuff like that. Really is probably one of the nicest things that I often like hear and stuff like that. It'd be really funny to see her with gamer headphones squishing her ears. Yeah, I think I'm gonna like properly rig out the ears for her. So I think it'd be like a lot of fun to animate. Okay. Oh, actually, I might just call it here, guys. I'm actually wicked tired, and I probably need to like just chill out for the rest of the night. So I'm sorry for the short stream, but hopefully I'll be back in like 2 days, and we'll continue on with the hair. I'm probably not gonna do any work on this off stream because I'm too tuckered out. But yeah, sorry to cut it short, guys. But I will see you again shortly. See you again in the next like 2 days. But have a lovely rest of your night, everybody. And yeah, I will see you soon. Bye bye.